Welcome to my Ruby Princess Practical Ship Tips. As always, I'm joined by Marky.
Hello.
Hello, who is filming the video. So yes, Ruby Princess Practical Ship Tips. She's a little bit older, so a little bit quirkier. Let's see what we can see.
Where have you brought us to now, Linz?
Okay, so we're now right at the very front of the ship on Lido deck, and I'm going to show you a secret area where you can go and stand for cruising into the glacier or into the city or into Vancouver, and it's secret.
Yeah, now we must add, it's not open all the time, this.
No.
It's only been open once while we've been on this one, which was at the Endicott Armand's Glacier.
Yes.
And if the weather's bad, they won't open it
No.
for very obvious reasons.
Yes.
So, deck 15, Lido deck, shows what you mean.
Okay, so...
It's this completely unmarked door. It doesn't say anything on it. And just to show, that's at the end of the Lido deck and cabin 105.
And we're on the starboard side.
And we're on starboard here.
So, odd numbers.
Yeah.
So...
Take us through.
Ooh.
Well, when we say take us through, you can take us through a bit which then says do not enter.
But look, this is actually placed above, what's it called again?
The bridge.
The bridge.
That place where captain sits.
Oh my goodness, honestly.
And you got the steps out there, which then take you up onto this viewing platform. But you might be able to hear the wind, you might not. But when it's as windy as rough as it is, there's no chance they're going to open this.
Yeah.
But it was a fantastic place. But what I would say for my tip within your tips is that if you want to get on there and you're going somewhere like the Dawes Glacier, get there early.
Yes.
Because that will full.
And scope your space out as well.
Yeah, decide where you want to be and just...
Take your drink with you.
Stay there because you're not going to get on later on. They only allow so many on there.
Yeah.
And it does get very, very popular. For obvious reasons, it's the best view on the entire ship.
And you can Jack and Rose it.
Well, kind of. You're not right at the front of the ship at the bottom.
No,
you can pretend.
Well, you're going to get blown. Just enjoy.
So for the next tip, as you nearly fell over, you brought us outside to deck 17.
Yes.
It's a bit wild and windy out here today. What have you brought us here for?
The secret large hot tub. The hot tubs in the middle seem to attract a lot of children. This one, because of the location, and it's a bit of a faff to get to off deck 17, doesn't get as crazy. And if there are people in it when you arrive, they'll probably have some glasses and a bottle of wine. It's that kind of vibe in this hot tub. So it's great for sailaway. It's great on the sea days, you can see, because there's not many people here. And it's quite sheltered without being too crazy.
Well, it is, because just around the corner where we walked round, it was blowing a gale, wasn't it? We come around here and it's real, by comparison, really sheltered.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little bit blowy, but you know.
Not compared to a few seconds ago.
So yeah, it's great for a secret hot tubbing, but there's nobody here. We've also got a pool, and then another pool.
Yeah, it's quite a weird pool, this one, because it's quite deep.
No,
and it is just a pool, but it's round.
Yeah.
Which seems a bit weird. And then the wake at the back down there. Okay, on to your next tip. So you brought us up to the top of the shed, deck 19.
Yes.
It's very windy out there at the moment.
Very windy.
Which is why we're stood just inside.
Yes.
What have you brought us up here for?
Okay, so this is the sports deck, and it also has the mini golf. But in order to quickly and easily access here, you need to use this lift, which is one of the aft lifts, and it's the one that's right at the left-hand side or port of the ship.
Yeah, it's the far left hand. There's only one elevator that comes up here.
All the way to 19.
Because otherwise it's not easily accessible. If you've any issues with stairs, you've got to come up 3 flights of external stairs to get to here.
Yes.
Once you're up on the top, to get to the mini golf, it's dead easy. It's just round the corner. And I will film some of it afterwards so people can see, but not try and do this bit out there.
I'm not going out in that.
No, you might look slightly more weathered beyond this. My hair's not going to blow around quite as much. Okay, on to your next tip.
Uh-huh.
So what's your tip, Lens?
Okay, so the main dining room, or Botticelli dining room, is located on deck 6, but you can't walk directly there. So the best way to do it is either get the aft lifts down to 6, or you come in on 7, because you can't walk directly on 6, down to 6 from
That-
7. It's very confusing. It's one of those uppy-downy ones.
That's
but
right,
yes,
because between the two main dining rooms on deck 6, you've got the galley in between them, so there's no path straight through.
by
So-
galley, the ship's kitchen.
Yeah, the ship's kitchen. Okay, on to your next tip. Next up, we've got a staple of Lindsay's ship tips. Where have you brought us?
I brought us to the laundromat.
Ooh, so exciting.
Yes. Now, here you do have to pay for your detergent, and they take vouchers and
It's-
tokens.
Yeah, it's the tokens here where you can get them dispensed, albeit this one's currently out of tokens.
Uh-oh.
But then you can get your softeners, your bleach, your soap, etc.
I mean, bleach is a very weird thing to say.
It is for UK because that's
Yeah.
not what we think of.
No. But you've got, in case you want to iron any shirts, you've got the ironing board here. Also, you don't need to go mad with your socks and knickers because you can always wash them. Because I found that I've got a comfy pair of socks. There's a set of socks that I like that are very good.
Not just one pair.
No, but
One type.
one type, and they are quite thick and heavy. So at
And
least you've
it's
got
probably worth
options.
pointing out as well. I mean, it's got the washing times on there, 30 to 35 minutes for washing and 40 to 45 minutes for dry. So it's not as quick as on
No, it's not an
P-
Iona space
P&O.
shuttle.
They're mega fast.
No.
And the one that we're in here, if I just move back slightly so people can see the scale, there's only 4. But if you go to, for instance, deck 10,
Mm-hmm.
that's a huge one.
Yes.
So they're not all as small as this one.
No.
So if you do find that the laundrette is full, just try one on another deck.
Yes.
Because some of those are much bigger anyway.
Yeah.
On to your next tip.
Mm-hmm.
For your next tip, Linz, you brought us to the Princess Theatre.
Yes. So with the Princess Theatre, if you've cruised on Ventura, you'll know they have a little secret viewing area.
Ledge.
Yeah, where the seats are slightly higher and more sectioned off.
Yeah.
So to access those seats, you come in where it says A, access. So this is on the port side of the ship.
Yeah.
And you come all the way down to, where are we now, deck?
Deck 6.
Deck 6. And you're going to go through this corridor. So in the same size as the loos for the gents. And then you go on the corridor all the way forward, just double back on yourself and you'll see the viewing platform
Which
area.
they've got the best view.
I would say so.
Now, there's only about 30 seats in there,
I don't even think it's that many.
and they do get filled quickly.
Yes.
So if you want to get one of those seats,
Getting
get to
early.
the theatre pretty much as soon as the doors are open for the show. Certainly no more than half an hour before. But if you do miss those seats,
And
but
you've
have
got-
the Princess Premiere,
Yes. Then there's some reserved seats for you. So we cut it fine last night after dinner to get to the show. But we knew it'd be okay because they released those seats 5 minutes before the show opened and we got here 10 minutes before the show. So it's great.
and they're sat directly in front of that ledge, aren't they?
Yeah,
The last 2 rows
Yeah.
on the bottom of it.
Yes, in the
directly
stalls.
below. And
Yeah.
I will have cut in some footage over the top of this because right now, as people will better see, the door is shut because they're doing some rehearsals. But
Yes.
you'll be able to see it soon.
Yeah.
On to the next tip. So for your next tip, Linz, you brought us to deck 18.
Yes.
And where are we?
We're
And
in
why?
We're in Skywalker's nightclub. It doesn't really get going till after 10 o'clock, but in respect of scenic cruising, so I'm thinking cruising out of Skagway, which was stunning, you'll need to bring your own drink. But
Yeah, because the bar's not open. at
no,
that
the
point.
bar is not open till 10 because it's the nightclub. But as you can see, it's got amazing aft views. It's absolutely stunning. It doesn't get too busy.
No, it doesn't.
And
And certainly later in the evening, it's even quieter. But for that sail out,
yeah,
that's here. And then where was the other place that you wanted to stay for the sail away?
and that's Adagio, but they have easy access. So that's the deck below us, And for adagio, you can actually go out easily onto the aft decks if you want to take some lovely wake photos or just
Yeah,
breathe in the
It's
air.
got an exit that comes out above the wake pool
Yes.
at the back, which is lovely. And Adagio's is one of these bars that's really forgotten about. It's right next door to Sabatini's.
So it facilitates the drinks for Sabatini's.
Yeah, and it's quite a big bar. It has music and everything, but just because it's further out,
Yeah.
it tends to
Remain quieter.
not be that well used. But great views again for sailaway.
Yeah.
So, 2 places in one go. On to your next tip. So for your last tip, Lynn, you brought us back to our cabin.
Yes.
Why?
Well, this is a strange but I think very useful one. In days of old, you go up to the buffet and you put in your hands something called a tray. Now, they no longer have trays in the buffet.
Or International Cafe.
Or International Cafe. So if you're doing some things that need multiple hands, you're going to struggle if you don't have a tray.
Yeah, if you've gone to get sort of food and drinks for both of you, well, maybe the other one's getting ready.
Or all three of you if you're a family.
Yeah, or more.
Or more.
Then you're going to struggle.
Yes.
Unless you're a very accomplished juggler.
Well, I don't even say juggler, like balancing.
Balancing act.
Yeah.
But what's the practical tip for this one?
Well, in your room where your glasses and your ice bucket lives, there is a tray.
Ooh.
Ooh. Which means you can take this with you when you go to the buffet or you go to International Cafe and use it to place things on.
And then you just need 2 hands and it's a lot easier to carry.
You can even do it one-handed.
Yeah.
With things on. So that is my tip. This is your new best friend for manoeuvring the ship.
Food and drink.
Yeah.
Okay, well that brings us to the end of your Ruby Princess Alaskan ship tips.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you, darling.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. I need a drink. So, thank you and have a lovely day. Oh, you'll like that.